Welcome. Good to see everybody today. Appreciate you tuning in. If you're watching this on the replay, I am glad that you took the chance to watch this video. I'm going to be doing some fishing today on the Passadumkeag River here in the state of Maine. And hopefully be able to catch a few fish. Appreciate you joining in. If you find value in this content, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share this and leave a comment. Fish on. Here we go. We go right there. Nice little bass right there this morning to start things off. Nice little bass. We go right there. There we go. Oh, there we go. Pretty little fish right there. Get that back in the water. Off and gone. Nice little bass right there to start things off. Just before I went live, I did a couple quick casts and caught a pickerel also. Hopefully this is a productive morning and we can catch us some fish. Looking forward to seeing how this all plays out. But that was a decent little bass right there. Nothing huge, but a nice fish. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. I've got a bass so far on the live. The people who just joined. 3 minutes into the live. And before I went live, I actually had a pickerel that I caught. I did a video real quick. I wanted to get a video so I could post later. And I was able to catch a pickerel, which was good. I'll step right over here, make a few casts, and probably work our way up the river. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. What a beautiful morning. Curious where everybody's watching from. What state, what country. Appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch. I'm on the Passadumkeag River here in Passadumkeag, Maine. Thank you for those thumbs up. Appreciate that. Yeah, I got weeds. I see it kind of went slack there for a second on the spinning, so I knew I either hit something or I had weeds. I'm kind of fierce to see how things go today. Oh, fish on right there. There we go. What do we got there? I call these a river chub. Hold on. Right there, I call a river chub. Back in the water and gone. Let's go fishy fishy. Joe, how's it going? Hello. Hope everyone's having a great morning so far. Jafar, welcome. I've caught a bass already today, Joe. It's the first fish I caught a couple minutes into the live. I had done a few casts before I went live. Got a video of a pickerel. So the fish are definitely biting this morning. That's a good sign. I'm anxious to see how the day plays out. Oh, got some weeds there. Welcome everybody. Appreciate you tuning in. Feel free to, if you rewatch this, to share the live, let people know. That'd be great. Feel free to share the live. Fishy things, welcome. Very good fishing spot, bro. Yeah, no, it's a good spot. I enjoy coming here. I come here quite a bit, actually. Let's go, let's go. I'm gonna make my way up the river here in a minute. Try up where I normally do most of my fishing. Lure, I'm using the Mep spinnerbait. That's what I'm using right at the moment. So far, so good with it. I'm gonna slowly work our way up the river here. So far, I've caught this morning, not on the live, but this morning so far, I caught a pickerel and caught that on a video that I did. And then I caught a bass so far on the live. And I've caught what I call a river chub on the live. What fish could surprise you today? Well, there's bass, there's pickerel, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, pickerel, what I call a river chub. Those are in here as well. There's a few different kinds of fish in here. But normally I catch bass and pickerel out of here. And the river chubs once in a while. I caught one of them just a minute ago. The water's a little bit higher than the last time I was here, which is not a bad thing. It's been so dry this year. Having that little extra water, I think, helped. Oh, thought we had a bite right there. Good morning, Burks. Good to see you. You fishing today, Burks, or no? Not as of now. I was on one yesterday, did a few lives. Okay. When I fish and the water is glass, I like to use surface lures. Yeah, I get you. At times I might. I've got a topwater frog I can use. I got a whopper plopper I can use. I've got a few that I can actually utilize if I need to. The reason I don't so much is for the simple fact that I have such good luck with the one I'm using. I've caught 3 fish this morning, and I've only been here a little while. And I caught 2 of them on the live, so. But I agree with you, no top water when it's calm does work nice. And I may go to that, who knows, we'll see. I've got them with me. I just put an extra different colored frog in my bag, so that's a possibility. I'm going to continue to work my way up the shoreline here and see how we do. I wanted to let you know that the Millinocket stream stays open till December. And you get good salmon trout. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, that's why I fish where I do, but you knew that anyway, Burks. I just try to pick and choose where I go as far as what's open and what ain't this time of year. And that's the thing with this here, same thing. I can fish this year round pretty much if it's open. But I really appreciate that. I cast it up along here for a second. Make a couple casts along this shoreline. And then we'll make our way up to the point like I usually do. I thought I'd make a cast or 2 before we went up. See if we have any luck along this shoreline. I only caught a few along this little spot here. For some reason I don't do as well right here. But it's always worth a shot. No problem, figured I'd help fellow fishermen. I appreciate that, Burks Outdoors. You guys get a chance, Burks Outdoors, he does fishing lodge here in Maine as well. If you want to check him out. I gotta watch my step here because with it being a little wetter now and a little more water, I want to make sure I don't go into any of these deep holes here in the ground. It'll only take us a second. We'll be up where we're going. Almost there. Appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to check this out. All right, here we go. Let's get up in here and see what we can do. I'm excited. Hopefully we can have a good round of fishing today. All right. Whew. A decent amount of current running here today. That is for sure. Appreciate the thumbs up. We got 13 of them. Got 61 people in here watching. Appreciate that. If you guys haven't hit the thumbs up, all you gotta do is tap that screen twice. That'll give me a thumbs up. That'd be great. I think that might help the algorithm a little bit. Like I said, feel free to share the live as well. I said that earlier. Try to get a bunch of people in here. Hopefully they enjoy the content and like watching. Oh, there we go. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that or not. That was a little pickerel. It just hit. Fish are definitely active today. No question. Oh, another one just hit. And another pickerel just hit that. I'm not going to go out quite as far. Seems like they're right on this edge here. There we go. Fish on. Jeez, that's a bass, guys. That's a nice sized bass right there. Wow, that's a beauty. Hold on. That's a good sized bass. Nice sized bass right there. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting that pickerel again to come up and hit it, but well, we'll take that. Nice fish right there. Awesome. That's a good bass right there. Let me fix the screen. There we go. Just want to get the colors on that and stuff. That's a nice fish. I'll try to make this as my screenshot for the video. Or at least maybe, we'll see. Maybe a different one. Who knows? Maybe we'll even get a bigger one. That's a nice fish though. I'm going to get a weight on this. See what we can get for a weight. Let's see what we come up with here. Be interesting to see. Oh, easy, buddy. I think he wants to be weighed very much. Let's see what we got here. 1.72. What we got? 1.72. Pound and 3/4. Maine reels. Cheers, Wayne. I'll be heading to the lake to do some fishing in a few minutes. That's awesome. Well, I wish you the best. Okeechobee. Small waters. Appreciate you tuning in. Got a nice Maine largemouth right there. Small waters. Pound and 3/4. Nothing huge, but good catch. I'm happy with that this morning. All bass are good bass. I agree with that 100%. Well, I had a chain pickerel that had gone after the lure that I was using. I was using a Mep spinnerbait, and I had one going after it, and it didn't hit the second time, and this here came right out of nowhere and smacked it. So it's the second largemouth I've caught this morning. I catch smallmouth here as well. All right, that is awesome. It's been a good morning so far. I did a video before I went live. Caught a pickerel in that. Wanted to just get it so I could have some videos to post to fishing, and because I've been doing, mostly lives. And yeah, that was awesome. We are heading to a spot we call Donkey Land this afternoon, full of good fish. That's awesome. Well, I hope you guys have a great afternoon of fishing. Hopefully you catch some old beauties. I'd like to see some double-digit ones. That'd be awesome. We got a fish right there, guys. Fish right here. Fish right here. Get over here. There we go. Ooh. There we go, right there. Got us another fish, guys. This pickerel. Ooh. There we go. Pickerel right there. Get this back in the water. Off and gone. Wow, I'm happy with the fishing this morning. This is awesome. Great to have you guys on the live. Hopefully you guys can share this out. Maybe we can get a bunch of people in here this morning. Yes, it is, Joe. I agree. Man. A couple double digits and some 7 and 8s. That's awesome. Small waters, do you follow Daniel Fay, famous fisherman, at all? Just curious. Yeah, famous fisherman. He's on TikTok. Kind of a play on words there with famous fisherman. His name's Daniel Fay. He fishes in Central Florida. He's got quite a few followers on TikTok. He's got almost 400,000 over there. Nice guy. You may. Oh, there's a fish going for it. There we go. Oh, another one. That was two. That was two different pickerel came for that one lure right there. I was trailing some the That's awesome to see that. I was basically trailing a little bit of grass behind this that I picked up, and both of them still went for it. Second one hit a little harder. That is so cool. Boy, the fish are on today. Here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Had another one on. Right there. Probably one of the same pickerel. I'll go right here again. Try this. Man, oh man. Definitely some action. No question about it. Wow. That is phenomenal. I guess I can't be any happier than the way the fishing is right now. This is something else. Pretty consistent bite. And Joe, this is the reason I haven't changed the lure. Allie, welcome. This is exactly why I haven't changed the lure, just because of the way the fishing is. A topwater would be cool though. I may go to one in a little while, but I hate to switch it up when things are going so well. But it is cool to watch them blow up on topwater, the fish. I will say that. It's awesome. I was using the same lure yesterday. I use that a lot on trout. You use the mep spinner on trout? I have caught brook trout on the mep spinner before. On, believe it or not, on a number 5 blade. That might have been a 4. I take that back. It was either last year or the year before I caught one, and I did have a brook trout, a big brook trout actually, on. I'm pretty sure it was a number 5 blade because that's what I normally fish for bass and stuff. And I had a decent one. I've got I had some choppy video of it, and I've got some screenshots from it. I lost it right at the bank after I pulled it up. It fell off. I was right near the water, and I lost it in the water. But I did get some stills that you could see it was a trout, and it was a big trout. Upper teens, I would say, on length. Beautiful, beautiful brook trout. I was not expecting it at all. Normally I catch just bass in the pond I was in. I haven't caught a trout there in, oh my goodness, many years. I used to catch them in the spring every once in a while where I was fishing, and ended up catching this one. That was this summer. I think it was this summer. Time goes so quick I can't be positive, but it's either this summer or last summer. I think it was this summer though. I'm so busy so much of the time I lose kind of track a little. Oh, that picked up that leaf, sorry. Or a stick, I guess. Thought it was just a leaf, but it was a stick to boot. I'm gonna actually move over on the other side here. Yeah, if I would have been able, I wish I could have kept it, you know, for pictures and videos and stuff, because it definitely, when I saw that and got it in, because I thought it was a bass. I mean, it was that, you know, the fight and everything. I thought it was a bass. I go, oh my goodness, I get a nice bass, and obviously it wasn't, but it would have definitely by far been my biggest trout. But then again, I don't trout fish very much either, so. I don't normally target them. Oh, got a fish on right here. Wow. I don't know what we got, but that's a smallmouth. Smallmouth here, guys. Oh, he come off. You guys able to see it all right? That was a decent smallmouth. Wow. That was a nice little smallmouth right there. Whew. Oh my goodness. What a day so far. I am loving this, guys. Hope everyone's enjoying the live. I am having a blast. Wish you could go to New York with me to Salmon River in about 4 or 5 days to catch some king salmon. I've been watching videos of it. Been researching it, thinking about it. Yeah, I probably not this year. I'm hoping next. Looks like a good time. I've watched a few videos on it though, trying to get prepared in case I did go. And a lot of my stuff, to be honest with you, Birch, is last minute. I mean, I could have woke up this morning and ended up in New Hampshire taking video and pictures. I don't know from day to day what I'm doing. Well, I shouldn't say that. Most of the time I'm working, but you know, when I have my days off to film and fish and things like that, well, I can't even call them days off anymore. I mean, this is part of what I do in my, you know, trolling social media and stuff, doing these lives and everything. I enjoy doing these a lot, so I'm kind of trying to take advantage of being consistent with my lives as much as possible, because I know eventually the river fishing and pond fishing will slow down as we get colder and colder. Here we go, guys. Another fish on. Here we go, here we go. Another pickerel right there. Ooh, he's gone. Ha ha, I'm glad. I'm glad of that, guys. Over there, I didn't have to unhook it. MP Fishing, how's it going? Christy, good morning. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We got 22 likes, guys. Appreciate the thumbs up. The fishing has been phenomenal this morning here. Appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to check this out. This has been awesome fishing though this morning. I cannot believe we're only 32 minutes into the live. That blows me away. We've caught quite a few fish in 32 minutes. You guys get a chance to watch the replay of this. Oh, another fish. I think you'll be surprised. Oh, came off right there in the weeds. I think that was a smallmouth, guys. That looked more like a smallmouth. I will say one thing. We have had some fish on. Joe, if you're still in here, Joe, how many fish would you say I've had on this morning so far since you tuned in? I think you was one of the earlier ones who tuned in on the live today. I often think of bringing like a counter with me so I could count how many fish I catch, but all I can think of is, yeah, I'll get one of those, bring it with me, and I won't have to click it once because I won't catch it. Oh. Good morning. Appreciate you tuning in. We have been on the fish this morning. Fishing has been phenomenal. You've seen 8 or so. I can believe it. Yeah. Yeah, it's been something else. And I guess I probably would just count the ones that I actually get to physically hold and stuff. But it doesn't matter. Just having them on is cool. Watching them jump and splash and go through all their actions that they do. Hey, if they come off just before I handle them, that's okay with me. You know, for myself anyway. That's how I look at it. Just because that's one less procedure I have to do. Now, if it was a big fish and I wanted to get pictures and everything of it, I'd be kind of bummed. I will say that. So, in that respect, handling them is not a bad thing. I am just tickled with how the fishing's been now. This has been just spot on. Excellent fishing this morning. "74 people watching. That's awesome. Congrats." I appreciate it. Saying that. Yeah, they usually a pretty good group. I've got well up into the hundreds in the past watching at one time. It all depends, I guess, on the day and who and where it gets pushed out to and all that. I don't know if I've ever had 200 at once, but I've had well up into the hundreds. But I appreciate anybody who's taking time out of their day to follow the journey and come along with me while I'm fishing. Or whatever I'm doing, whether I'm fishing or digging clams or doing whatever outdoors. Oh, did you guys just see that? That looked like a bass. Just came for that. That was awesome. If not, that was quite a wide-headed. I may do top water here in a minute, guys. I may have to, just to see if we get anything on it. It was right in here. Nope, I got that weed. Darn it. That's the problem. That would look like a bass, a decent-sized bass. Went for that. Ooh. I think I got weeds. Yeah, I do. Ooh, fish just hit with the weeds on. Right there. Jesus Christ. Ah, what a morning. What a morning. Let's see if we can get that, whatever it is. Come on. Ooh, fish just went for it right there. Just before I take it out of the water is when they seem to go for it. They come out of the lower end of the weeds, I guess. There we go. What do we got? Ooh, that was a pickerel. That one was a pickerel. I saw that. Oh my goodness. Definitely some action here today. No question about it. Whew. I was just thinking, yeah, going for top water. It seems like hula popper would be perfect. I'm gonna tie on a whopper plopper. I'll do it. I'll do it. If it doesn't work, I am definitely going back to this lure. This lure has been on fire, but I will. I'll switch it up and put the whopper plopper on, see what we do. I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant to do it, but I will. We've caught so many fish right now, I can say I'm definitely happy with what we got on what we've been here on live. 38 minutes so far, and I mean, it's been phenomenal. All right. We're going to try the whopper plopper and give ourselves a whirl with that. I'll put this right there. I'll be back for you, my friend. Don't worry. Believe it or not, I even brought some rubber worms too today. Made sure I brought a hook for those. And I thought, worst case scenario, I could try those. And I may here a little later. I'm excited to see how fishing goes today. See how this live goes, and how many people we get out of it, and how things go with it. I'll say Sal, how's it going? I'm going to just say Sal, it's easier for me. Hopefully that's okay with you. Things are going well here today on the live. Fishing has been phenomenal today. With much thought and reservation, I'm putting on a whopper plopper to try topwater where it's the time here this morning, where I'm at, on the river. And going to try this and see if I have any luck with it. I have caught a ton of fish this morning so far on a Mepps spinnerbait, so I'm a little apprehensive, but I'm going to give it a whirl, see what happens. Almost so far I caught myself. Alright. There we go. Clip this, get back at it. Alright. Here we go. Hold on, everybody. Let's see if we can make this happen. We'll see what we can do on top water. Good thing is it's still early. Yes, I agree. All right, let's see what this does. We had weeds right out of the gate, which is one of the things that I hate about using top water, is the weeds. Everything has to be just perfect on the top water for me, where I'm fishing usually, in order to make a huge difference in how I do. There's a lot of junk in the water here in places. Yep, pick something else up. See, that's the thing, guys. I'm telling you. Bums me out about using these friggin' things. Got more junk. More and more and more. I'll try it a few more casts, and then I'm going back to what I was using that was successful to begin with. I get very frustrated when I get a frig with this every time I cast, because there's stuff in the water. I do like the ability to cast a lot further, though. I think if it would work every time, I think you could see success for sure with it when it's calm. I've caught fish before on these top waters, no doubt about it. I've caught several, but the conditions have to be perfect, you know, with not having much junk in the water that can get wound up in them. He's caught a bunch. He's on fire this morning. Yes, I have. I've caught quite a few. Good morning. Quite a few. None on this top water so far. But that could change in a second. There it is right there. First one, guys. Let's see what it is. Boy, it's a nice fish. That is a nice fish. Let's see what we got. That's a pickerel. We got us a pickerel, guys. On the whopper plopper. We got us a pickerel on the plopper. Alright, guys, I got to go to shore. Welcome, good to see you. I just got to set this down, use the pliers. Burks, it worked. We got us a fish, Burks. I think you and Joe both said to use the top water. Yeah, I know Joe did. I think he said it earlier in the live. But yeah. Well, we got a pickerel on it anyway. That was quite a bang when it hit. That's for sure. Open up, Bob. Open up. Get out of that. Jeez, girl. My word. All right, I'll get that back in the water. Let that go. There. Everyone double tap that screen. Please subscribe. Great content. I appreciate that, Bert. Bert's Outdoors does some content here in Maine as well, fishing and so forth. If you guys are interested in that, you'll check his page out. All right. Well, Berks, that made me feel better. Okay. I'm going to move down a little bit. I was thinking about trying pusha for pike. How fun would that be? On top water, bud, would be phenomenal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess that would be awesome. Or anyway, either way, yeah. Yeah, that would be awesome. I may even try the bite depending on how things work this morning. Try the frog, depending on how the bite stays this morning. All right, let's try it this way from here. Here we go. Ooh, did you guys see that fish go for it? That was cool. That was a pickerel. Just went for it as it was coming through. That was awesome. Ooh, I've got a cast right there, guys. I've got to. That right there was a heck of a jump. Hold on, guys. I have got to go right here and take a cast. I don't know what that was. I'd love to hook up with that. Let's see if we can do anything, guys. Get ready. Something just came out of the water right there. Oh, I don't know if that was it or not. I'm going to try a cast out there again. It was a good size fish, whatever it was. It just jumped right there. Oh, that was a pickerel right there, I think. We'll try this again. Boy, that was a good fish. Here we go. It was a heck of a jump. There we go, fish on. Oh, that was a pickerel. Ain't they striking this morning? Can't believe we have never ran into one another fishing. Same areas. We'll have to do a video together sometime. My chat would love your channel. That's awesome. Do you pause mid-reel ever? I do sometimes, depending on the conditions. I do. It's like sometimes I'll wait after I cast before I start reeling, like now. I'll let it drift for a second. I'm a little hesitant because the area is so shallow. I mean, not shallow, but so narrow here. Oh, we got a fit. Oh, we had one hit. Ain't the action been something this morning, no matter what I'm throwing, I guess. Just fish boat everywhere. I'd like to know what that big fish was that came out of the water. I may have to go back to my spinner and try that in a minute. Rob, how's it going? Good to see you. Fish on, guys. Fish on. I got that one. Let's see what we got. Come on. Come on. Get in here. What do we got? It's a smallmouth. I can see that. Whew. Oh my goodness. Whew. We got him. Smallmouth with a salad. Whew. Little smallmouth right there. Boy, that thing hit like a lot bigger than what it was. Wow, that thing hit pretty good. Off and gone. I do not believe that was the fish that I was after earlier. I do not. Come on, what the heck? Stuck out here in the trees. My goodness, what the? Jeez, some crap. Got all kinds of tangles here. Set my rod down. Got all tangled up. Phew. Thank you, Jamie. Well, guys, this has been an eventful morning. The fishing action has been super. So that's the second one on top water. I'll be honest, Burks, if you're still in here, I think, my personal opinion, I think my other lure would work better. My map spinnerbait to catch more fish. But I will say, the one thing I do love about the top water is when they kind of blow up on it. What do you think, Calvin? Good fishing or what? They're not Murray cod, I'll say that, but it's fun. I get a little something on that. Yep. You can tell when you stop hearing the popping, and I want to just show you something if I can. Right here where it actually comes together, these two pieces, and you get that gap right there where this actually spins and makes the popping noise. A lot of times that's where your weeds will get in, is in here, in that section, right in there, which stops it from making that popping noise. And I'll be honest, I've hit one against a piece of concrete when I was fishing under a bridge or something like that, and ended up messing it up pretty easy. So I'm not saying that'll happen all the time, but I have done that. And you've got a slight current here too, so, which is moving stuff along here all the time. Brilliant. That's why I love fishing. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Loretta, welcome. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We've got some phenomenal fishing going on here this morning. Caught a few on topwater. Caught a bunch on the spinnerbait. I could not be happier. So far, the fishing has been phenomenal here. Put this down for a quick second. So you guys can watch right here. Dropped up. There we go. Here's the nose. You have to see something. I will be right back. What pound braid? It's actually 40-pound braid. I got 40-pound braid is what I'm using. All right. Make sure everything's ready to go here. Oh, I'm gonna take care of that weed. All right. Gonna move up just a little bit. Continue pressing on here. And I can always fish with my other lure coming back if I want. So tickled to have you guys in here this morning. What a great group. You love fishing. That's awesome. Hopefully I get your follow, Loretta. I appreciate you tuning in. I really enjoy it myself. Last year I was catching bass here in Maine right into the middle of November. Yeah, I messed up right out of the gate. See what's on it. Oh, what messed that up? Oh, look at this. I'll show you another thing. This happens sometimes. Hopefully you can see it. That treble hook right there actually got caught on the paddle. So you got to take that down. If it doesn't spin right, you're not going to get that popping noise. Lot, how's it going? There we go. Oh my word, another huge fish right there just jumped off them weeds. Right after I left, that's where it jumped. I'm going to cast over that way. I definitely can't go into the weeds, but I'm going to try casting that way, see how we do. Let's see if we can get it to change its direction. Maybe get a hit on it, who knows. What's the biggest fish you caught there? Right here this year I've caught a 3.5 pound smallmouth. I've caught a 3.4, oh not 3.5, it's 3.5 pounds. 3.5, and I've got a 3.4 here as well. Both earlier this season. So far this morning, I've caught a, I had a bass. It was 1.72 this morning here. Jerk baits work pretty good, well for me during the fall if you don't get any bites on the whopper plopper. I have nailed the fish this morning with a map spinner bait. That's what I've been using, and I've caught, oh, it's well over a dozen fish this morning. Paul, welcome. How you doing? Greetings from the Netherlands. Yeah, I've caught a lot of fish this morning. I went to the top water because many fish were jumping, and people wanted me to in the live, and I had one with me. So I've caught a smallmouth on the top water so far, and I've caught a pickerel on it. So it has paid off. But the MEP spinnerbait has done phenomenal. I will go back to that eventually. There's absolutely no question. I'll give this a little more of a run here and see how we do, but the MEPS has just been phenomenal this morning. That's messed up again. Get that in here. There we go. I was wondering if the treble hook might have got caught on it when it hit the water. I know that's what happened last time. I subbed you, my friend. I appreciate that, Paul. I really appreciate that. If you like outdoor content, I'm going to try to do as much as I can with these lives and videos and stuff, and try to really pump out some stuff here on YouTube this year. I've done some lives as well. I harvest clams here for a living in Maine, and I've done some lives while I'm actually clamming on the mud flats. You might be interested in that. But I love doing stuff in the outdoors. I'll try a couple more casts, and then I'm probably going to go back to the spinner. I say that and I'll end up smashing a big one here in a minute, probably. Up to 36 thumbs up, guys. Appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you for tapping that screen twice. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, that's all you have to do. Tap the screen twice. That'll give me a thumbs up. I'm going to move up just a little more. Yeah, Burks does a great job as well. He fishes here in Maine also, Paul. Water temperature, air and water. Air temperature when I started was around 45 degrees. Water temperature, I have no idea. I'm not sure if it's in the 60s or not anymore. I have no idea. I would assume that it is, but I don't know. We've had some cool nights. We've had frost here a couple times already. So that's a good question. I know it's warm enough to give decent fishing action still. You're fishing at a really lovely place. Oh, it's beautiful. With these colors and the leaves changing on the trees, and just the area itself is beautiful. Ooh, I almost landed on that log. That was close. I'm gonna go right up above here and go parallel on the shoreline up here with this and see if I can do anything. And then I will probably get back to the maps. I see the leaves changing colors. Yes. If you guys like stuff like that, leave out the word outdoors and you can check out my Facebook page. I've got a lot of pictures and videos. I do a lot of outdoor stuff around the state and do a lot of videos and pictures and stuff of the fall foliage colors. I do a lot of like Acadia National Park down on the ocean and everything. So you can check that over there on Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to do a video tomorrow and put my drone up to see all the beautiful leaves from the sky. That's awesome. Well, I wish you well with it. You'll get beautiful photos with your drone with those colors now. Yes. No, that's right. Yeah, it should be peak where you are, Burke, now. I know down where I live on the coast, it's getting a little better all the time. Usually it's the middle to the end of October for us for peak, depending on the weather. Problem is the wind we get. Alright guys, I am going back to the maps. We're going back to the maps. Yes, the red leaves are really showing this year. I agree. I agree. Burks, I'm done with this. Wappa ploppa, bud. I'm going back to the maps. I can't stand it. I got to. I'm almost starting to get shaky not using it. Oh, I do love it. Oh, I'll clip that tag end right off of this right now so I'm ready next time to use that. It did work on a couple fish though. We did get a smallmouth and a pickerel on it. And I don't know how far up the river I'll go today. Just kind of play it by ear. Because I think I'm going to go, I think I may go somewhere else and fish today also. I'm going to try to do a couple logs. I'm going to go until this battery is done on my phone. Then I'll bring my spare battery pack with me at the next spot. And do a log there as well. I just haven't decided where that's going to be yet. Do you hunt, Wayne? I have in the past, and I've got my license. I may or may not, depending on what happens. And I'm definitely up in the air on what I would do on YouTube. I definitely could, you know, show the walk in, walk out, all that, the scenery, and so forth. I just don't want to mess my channel up either, if you know what I mean. That's the last thing I want to do. I kind of take trying to do the right thing as much as possible. That, and I, you know, I want people to enjoy what I'm doing out here too. I appreciate them coming along for the ride. There we go. Yeah, get that all straightened out. Do you go at all barracks or no? Oops, sorry guys, I didn't realize my arm was in front of the camera. I apologize. There we go. There. There we go. Nice. Clip that off and we'll get at it. Joe, keep fishing, love it. I will. I have new hats that came in. Wanted to give you one. Yeah, I do. A lot of bow and rifle. Okay. Is there much control on fishing licenses that way? And yes. Yes, you do need a your fish police in the Netherlands. Yeah, I always tell people, and this is for this state here where we are here in Maine, like me and Barracks. I always tell people to check with it's called the Inland Fisheries and Wildlife for here in the state of Maine. That's where the game wardens and people work for them. And I always tell people to check with their website for any rules, regulations, or restrictions that might be on whatever they're doing. Whether it is, you know, fishing, hunting, outdoors activities, or anything. That way there's not something that I say that could, you know, misconstrue something or whatever. I know what I do. You know, I try to do my research before I do it. But I don't want to give any advice to somebody that might mess them up. Some people may be different than I am that way, but that way there I feel a little better about things, because those are the people who enforce things. And that's where your latest updates are, is on those on the website. And if you have any questions, you can give them a call and check with them. Oh, there we go. Look at that. First cast. First cast, guys. We get us another pickerel. Oh, get it back in the water. Get in there. Off and gone. First cast on the spinner. Yes, totally agree. Yeah, and you know, that way there, it's not that I want to avoid something or a question or anything like that, but I don't want to misconstrue anything. I don't want to say something that's wrong or whatever. And I mean, if someone is that interested in what I'm doing and where I'm at or whatever, you know, don't take just my word for it. Do your own research and check with the people that are in charge. You know, that way there you can get the latest and the right information and everything. I am 100% for that. It's a little pike, was it? No, it was actually a chain pickerel. They're kind of like a pike in a way. Same type of teeth and everything as far as that, but they don't get as big as your northern pike or your muskie or something like that. Chain pickerel is a smaller version, basically. your pike can get, you know, 20 pounds or better, and you know, your pickerel, I mean, if you get a few pound pickerel, you're doing well, you know, that's 3-4 pounds. You know, you get them up to 30, 35 inches, and that's got to be a huge fish, I would assume, from what I've heard and read. Oh, there was a hit right there. What I've heard and read. I'm gonna go right up along this shore here again, make a cast or two. Yeah, maybe I'll do it from right here. I'll see how I do. Here it's easy here to have one license for 90% of the complete country. There you go, good. Yeah, I mean, as far as my fishing license or my hunting license, I usually get a combo, and that way there I can, you know, do that here in the state, but there may be stipulations on a certain species or something like that, as far as you may need something extra or whatever. And of course, the different lakes, rivers, ponds, streams, whatever, may have different rules and regulations on time of year, bag limits, and things like that. So there's so many variables to where you're fishing or hunting that I always say, you know, check with the officials there. And that way there, it's not, you know, that somebody may want to mess you up, but they have the latest and most up-to-date information, and they can tell you what is right and what is wrong. And I'm all for that. Last thing I would want to do is mess someone up. I would personally feel bad. If you catch another, can you show it? I sure can. I sure can. I'm going to be heading back a little bit from where I am. I'm not going to head down anymore from here today. I think the action was a little bit better going back the other way. Just the way the fishing appears and the water being a little higher. But yes, I catch another pickerel. I'll show it to you for sure. Yes, you need to do the homework before you go, but some countries make it difficult. Well, again, it's like anything, you know, you do your due diligence in order to comply with what you have to work with, and this is just my opinion. And if for some reason you feel that compliance is hard to come by or do, then that's all more of a reason to check with the people who do know. And then, of course, I mean, you could always choose, well, I don't get it, don't understand it, I guess I won't do it. And I totally would get that as well. You know, it's totally up to the individual and how they handle the situation, I guess. But I try to do all my homework beforehand so that I at least know myself what I'm doing is something I should be doing, to the best of my ability anyway. "41 likes, great, thank you." We do have a little current going here in the river today, more than what I've seen anyway. At least it seems that way. Seems like things are moving a little bit better today. Here comes the breeze. A little bit of air. All right. Make my way right around here. Make our way back over this way. I notice the action of the fish jumping has slowed down dramatically. Basically come to a stop from what it was earlier. Nice view, yes, it's beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful. For the people who might be new to my channel, if you like this content, feel free to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and hopefully you won't miss a live when I'm doing it. I try to do these lives often. I'm fishing today on the... Ooh, there's a fish right there. Here we go. Hold on. Easy, buddy, easy. I gotta show this one. Cut it out. Hey, back here. This is it right here, Paul. See, almost like it looks like links of chain on their body. Almost looks like a blockchain would be. And it looks like links. That's why we call it a chain pickerel. Right there. And you don't have the smaller spots in it like the northern pike would have either. Now the teeth, I'll show you. Hold on. I'll show you best I can. Easy. I can't go in there too far. But if you can see, let me get the sun just right here. Let me just follow around here. See what, there we go. See the top of that mouth right there, Paul? You can see that. See that row of teeth on the top? There we go, that's real good. And they have them also right on the side as well of the mouth. Kind of like the pickerel would, see? The pike, I mean. They can grow here to like 4 feet. Yeah, these pickerel are, they get up, I would say up into the low 30-inch range, just guessing. Here in Maine, that I know of anyway. I probably caught them in the mid to upper 20-inch stuff range. But the teeth are just like a northern pike would be. Difference with the northern pike, they can get a heck of a lot bigger. I mean, you're not gonna, I don't believe you'll catch a 20-pound, chain pickerel. And you could northern pike. Yeah, the pike here, if you look at the difference, if you were to Google it, Paul, if you were to Google the difference between a northern pike and a pickerel, a lot of it is that pattern that's on the fish, from what I've noticed anyway. And that's by doing that, by, Googling it and seeing the difference. You could do what's the difference between a northern pike and a pickerel and see what you come up with. You can see side-by-side comparisons, things like that, pictures. And it's the size difference too. It's a huge difference in size as far as what they're going to grow to. Because the northern pike just gets so big. Northern pike's kind of, in that respect, kind of like a muskie. They can get huge. And I did catch a muskie earlier this year in northern Maine. I went way up north on the St. John River, basically the crown of Maine here in the state. And Caught a muskie on the St. John River. And that was cool. It was not a big one. It was a smaller one, but it was nice to be able to say I caught one finally. I've wanted to catch one of those in the worst way, and I was able to get one. It was great. Okay, I'll check that. But the one you showed, it's the only one. They're swimming here. Yep. You record weight. 22 king. You record weight. Pike kilograms. I'm not sure what the weight is here in the state of Maine on a pike. I have no idea where I am. I don't know if you're asking me that or Paul where he lives or not. Paul's in the Netherlands, so he can speak for over there. I'm not sure on what the record here is for northern pike here in the state of Maine. Ooh, fish on, guys. See what we got. That's a smallmouth bass, guys. Oh, hold on. Easy, buddy, easy. Hey, back here. Cut it out. Easy. There we go. Oh, just had a big fish jump off that weed bed. I'm going to try to cast out there. That's the bass. Just had a big fish jump off that weed bed. I'll try to get this out there. See if we can get a bite on it. Sorry, guys. I got to try. I want to know what that fish is that keeps jumping off there. It's like the third or fourth time I've seen it jump off there. All right, guys, let's see if we can catch this fish. I do not know what it is. I would definitely like to find out. Obviously, you don't know if you're going to catch what jump, but I am very curious what it is. First time it jumped, I thought it was a bass. I'm going to try to plug that corner though. Oh, got fish on right here. What we got here? Another pickerel. Here we go. Get off there. Here we go. Another pickerel right there. Nice. And you can tell by the tail too, I think, the tail and the fins, as far as the difference between the pickerel and the northern pike. I can't remember. I think the northern pikes are more rounded, but don't quote me on that. And the tail is a little different from the chain pickerel to the northern pike. That might be one of the telltale signs too, if that's what you get, if I remember right from reading it. I read it a few weeks ago, and I just ain't good at retaining everything. But it's right there on Google, or whatever you want to research it with. Ah, shoot. Hold on, guys. Hopefully I can skirt that. Nope. Darn it. Crap. I went too far on that. I was trying to go around it and then pull it back, but got right in them stinking weeds. Darn it. Hate that. Oh, hold on, guys. I got to clip this off. Just a second. That's the problem with these. My red line is starting to come off on my lure here. I just want to clip that back just a hair. There. That way there it isn't going to get messed up and pull more off. Does the St. John go to Florida? No. The St. John River that I was fishing is in northern Maine. If you look on the map, it's in the northern part of the state of Maine. And it actually goes from an area in western Maine up around to the top of Maine. And then actually eventually it ends up flowing into Canada. And then that will dump into somewhere in one of the bays in Canada, the river itself. Thank you for answering it, Paul. I appreciate that. Stinking weeds. So I'm trying to avoid them stinking weeds. Whew. Getting a little warm. More weeds. My goodness. Well, I'm going to cast away from that, so I'm not getting in the weeds every cast. But that is where the fish was definitely coming out of, the water. And I did try the whopper plopper there a few times when I was casting that, so I have tried for that fish a couple times this morning. Appreciate you guys hitting the thumbs up. We're at 40. I guess we did lose one. I was at 41 earlier. But we're at 40 on the thumbs up. You guys are getting value out of this and you like the content. Hopefully you guys will hit the subscribe button. It has been an amazing live this morning as far as the amount of fish I've caught. It's gone really, really well. I could not be more happier on how the live's done. We're up to 41 on the likes again. Appreciate whoever did that. That's when the bite slowed down for me yesterday on my live, is when the sun came up and heated up. There you go. Well, I think I'm not sure where I'm going today, Burks, after I'm done here. I probably will go to a spot on the Penobscot that I know I'm allowed to fish and that I can fish, so I may do that. I'm not 100% sure though. And that's probably where I'll go, because I may go shoot some, I just had 2 pickerel when I stepped in the water to take off. Oh, another one going right there, a little one. There's a bunch of little pickerel in here too. I may go home and try to film some videos for my other platforms down to Schoodic or something like that. Maybe do some fall foliage, I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. Are you going again live then, Wayne? Yes, after this live. Yeah, my plan is to, as long as I get service, Paul, I will. You know, that's going to be the big thing for the people that I'm going to stay live on this. Give me just a second. Yeah, I'll be live on this for a little bit still. I've got 37% on my phone. And I've got a backup battery in my car. So I will use that for my next live. But I'll be live on this for a few more minutes. I'm going to fish this corner here for a little while. And then probably head to a different spot. Just because I've caught so many in this area, I don't know how many I'm going to catch without, you know, thinking I'm going to catch a fish I've already, you know, hooked today. So I may go try a different area. It'll all depend on access, amount of people and all that, and my service as far as going live again, but I will try. Okay, nice. Then I'll stay watching. I appreciate that. Yep. No, I'm going to be live here for a little bit longer, Paul. try to concentrate on this corner right here a little bit. See if we can catch a few more fish. My biggest smallmouth bass that I've caught this year, well, the 2 in a row was right on this corner right here. So and I cannot complain. This fishing has been phenomenal today. If I don't catch another fish, it's a-okay. Oh, that was a hit. It was nice to see. I'll go down here just a little and then pull it back. See if we can get a bite on that. Nope. A great group of people in here today. Tickled to see you guys tune in and stay here with me for the live. It's been awesome. I'm tickled we've been able to catch a bunch of fish today. Actually, I'm going to walk right over here a little bit. Try to cast the 2 out this way. You also have eel swimming there. I'm not sure. Any day of fishing is a good day, I agree. I see you said hi. Welcome. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I appreciate you tuning in. I would assume there might be eels in here. I know they run in the Penobscot and stuff. So I would assume at times there's eels in here, if not all the time. Oh, he didn't quite make it. I saw a fish coming out of the shallows. Hold on, we'll see if we can catch it. I saw the outline of the fish, or the wake of the fish, I should say, coming for the lure. There we go. Oh, 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 oh. He hit, but I didn't get it. That was cool. That was cool. Oh, hold on, guys. I gotta see this. I am just down to red thread now. That is it. I'm gonna end up changing this out eventually. All my hair that's on there is gone. I'm gonna stop and see if I can't get some new ones today. But we have definitely maxed that lure out. I wish I could figure out a way to put the new hair on that, just to keep it and use it. Probably glue it, I guess. I'm actually going to change this out, guys, real quick. Use a different lure here. Tie a different spinner on, I guess. I get some nice big eels at night at Passadumkeag River. Cool. Yeah, I'm not a, I don't know. I just don't see me eating them. Personal preference, I guess. I wish eels were ribeyes, I'd eat those. I'm a huge ribeye fan. Oh, actually keep that out. That pair of clippers. I'm gonna see what I got in here for what do I want to use here. Let's see what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna go with that right there. There we go. That's silver with white. I'm gonna try that. Okay. Try this, see how we do. Ow. Didn't feel very good. There we go. All right, get this tied up. I've got I know I've got another brand new lure, just like the one I took off. It's a number 4 blade instead of a number 5. So I'm assuming it's probably, it's not, I know it's not a 1/2 ounce lure. And that's usually what I throw. On these maps, but even though it's not, I think I might use it. We'll see how this one does and where I end up going fishing. That's going to be a lot to do with it as well. There we go. Here we go. Let's try this. See how we do. See what we get on battery. I'll get 32%. We're doing great, guys. Just like an old friend. Casting that in the water. Fish. Right there. Oh, that looks like a bass, guys. That is a bass. Smallmouth right there. Jeez. The old map spinner comes through again. Easy, bud. Easy, easy, easy. Jeez, I'm crow. Hold on. Hold on. Little fella. There we go. Nice little bass right there. First cast with that lure. We get ourselves a bass. Another one. Awesome. Off and gone. They're expensive here. 4 eels cost like $30 American. Wow. Yeah, they actually have an eel fishery here for the small eels, what they call elvers. There's a fishery here in the state of Maine for those. It's you know, limited entry and all that type of stuff. And again, like I would say with anything, you know, check your rules, regulations, and you know. but it's a limited thing. Some people do fish for elvers out here in the Maine. I know it was very difficult to get a license. At one time it wasn't, and now it's I know it's very difficult to get one. Morning, G. How's it going? Is it Raython? Welcome. All right. Cast number 2 with the lure. The old spinner. So we had a smallmouth on that first one. Oh, it is good out here. It is beautiful, G. Absolutely gorgeous here today. Colors are changing on the trees. The weather is spectacular. A light breeze. Awesome. I am very happy with the way things are going. Fishing's been phenomenal. If anybody's late to the live and you get a chance to watch the replay, feel free, because caught a lot of fish today. It's been a very, very good live. The fishing has been phenomenal. Oh, it's spectacular here today. Absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful area here in Maine. I am very happy with being here. Beautiful state to live in my opinion. The scenery is gorgeous. I'm gonna make my way back towards the bridge over here. That way I'll be that much quicker when I do leave to head out. Definitely proud to be a Maine. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Felt like a bite. Nope, bottom. Or a weed, I should say. Something in the water, I guess. Something in the water. Oh, fish just jumped for that. Even with that on there. That's funny. I don't know what it was, but it definitely went for it. Did I see the bridge there? Yeah, I'm going to go towards the bridge here in a minute. I just wanted to fish along the shoreline here just for a second before I made my walk down, but that'll be my next stop. Sorry, some more weeds. That's going to be my next stop. I'm going to make one more cast. If it works, it works. Don't, it don't. Then we'll go down to the bridge. I would like to fish a little below the bridge, make a few casts. I didn't fish a ton there earlier. Normally I make a few more attempts there than what I had already this morning. That's all right. All right, we'll head down there and try it. See how we do. All right, we'll head down to the bridge here. Give it a whirl. This is where I started. Like I said earlier, if you've been here since the beginning of the live, first thing I did before I went live, I did make a video. I wanted to make a video of the first fish I caught, and the first one I caught was a pickerel today. I wanted to get a video. I hadn't posted any videos of fishing a little bit on my YouTube for shorts, so I do have some long form video coming up of me harvesting worms here in Maine. If you're interested in seeing that, harvesting bloodworms and how I go about it, I've got to get that up soon. Here we go. We made it back. Just want to say thank you to anyone who subscribed to the channel today. I can't see that, who subscribed and who hasn't, but I do appreciate it, I can tell you. Thank you for joining along in the journey. Gee, I'm from San Antonio, Texas. Love what I see fishing. Awesome. I'd love to come to Texas today at some point and do some fishing. I know that Ivy Lake there, was it HL Ivy or H something Ivy Lake? That looks like an awesome spot down there in Texas. That's got some big bass in it. Of course, I subscribed to you. I appreciate that, Paul. Thank you so much. I just wanted to make a cast or two before we go under the bridge here. I tried doing an overhand cast earlier, and I didn't have the camera on. Thank goodness. I felt like an idiot. I cast it, and it went over the bridge, down through the thing, and I did get it back. I could not believe it. I thought I was going to lose my lure. I was like, wow. So, side arming this under here is a lot easier for me. I hope you'll check mine out also. I just started. Okay, Paul. If you could, just so I remember, if you could go to my first short form video or my video and just let me know. Just go there and comment, Paul. I can check your channel out. That way there I'll remember. I just have so many people in my lives and stuff. It's between that and, you know, just all the stuff I get. If you could do that, just leave a comment. I'll check it out, because then I can just click right on your picture. I'll sub to you, Paul. And I know Wayne will love to help new channels. Yeah, depending on the channel, I've subscribed to some for sure. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I usually will check people's channels out, at least look at them and see what I think. And, you know, if it's something that I think would definitely interest me, I'm willing to look at it for sure. It doesn't hurt to look. And, of course, if I like the content, I'll definitely follow, no question. I have so many things that I follow now that it's unreal. Love to see the differences about countries. Yes, I agree. I agree. That's like Joe was in here earlier, a guy in the chat earlier, and he's in Australia, and they have what they call Murray cod where he is, and he said they got pretty big, and I looked that up, and wow, yeah, they get big. I would think that would be kind of cool to catch a 3-footer or one of those. But yeah, I had to look that up to see what the fish was he was talking about, and I was like, oh my word, them things are huge. Oh, that was a bite. Oh, just to get him on. Here we go, fish on. Come on. Come on, come on. Oh, come off, that was a pickerel. I saw it at the end. Whew. Wow, he was swimming towards me. That's why I thought I lost him. Then he kind of got going sideways there a little bit. It was awesome to have him on, though. Abdullah, welcome. Appreciate you tuning in. Ooh, fish on. There we go. Another pickerel. Easy, buddy. I gotta let out some of this line, guys. Really not too high there. There we go. That's better. I can handle them a little better that way. There we go. Got us another pickerel. I'm gonna have to get this out and get him right back in the water, I would say. Yep. There we go. Get him right back in the water. That's what I got though. Nice pickerel there. Off and gone. I fish here on special ponds. It's sturgeon and our other swim into swimming there until around 12 foot, like 3 meters plus. It is. That's awesome. Yeah, I was on a place called the Kennebec River here earlier this year, doing some striped bass fishing, and up near a town here in Maine called Waterville. Between there and Winslow, there's a dam, and I was below the dam a long ways. I mean, you could see it from where I was, but anyway, point being is on that stretch of the river where I was at, you could watch stripers jump, not stripers, but sturgeon jumping out of the water there. And I bet within an hour I must have saw 20 or 30 come out of the water. Straight shots right out of the water. And I mean, you know, like you said, I mean, when you see a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 foot fish come right out of the water, even at a distance, it's like, oh my word. And they're huge. I mean, you come right, you know, either just kind of kitty corner out of the water, you know, horizontal, or even vertical, right out of the water. Just amazing how big those fish get and how they can do that. I don't know if they jump like that over there, but I know over here, man. And I guess it was more active earlier in the year. I guess I was there a little later in the season. And earlier in the year, they were jumping a lot more than when I was there. At least that's what I was told. Let me see how much battery I got left. 21%. I'm going to go right over here a little bit. Around to get just a little. So I can make a cast or two over this way. Yes, that's what I love. They're so strong and jump completely out. Yes, yeah, exactly. It is just amazing to watch a fish that big come out of the water like they do. I guess it would be kind of like a marlin or a tuna or something like that, you know, ocean fishing. You know, just to see something that big come out of the water and just crash. You know, obviously you see whales and dolphins and stuff, but do that, or at least you have probably in film and so forth. And that's cool, don't get me wrong, but you know, for some reason seeing them sturgeon do that was just like awe-dropping for me. It was like, oh my word. I was like amazed watching it. I gotta make my way around this here. Go down along the shore, guys. I'll get back down on this corner down here before I end live. Make a few casts, hopefully down here and catch one. You guys. With the water low, I don't have to go up in the woods there like I normally would here. We'll get a few casts in. What do we have, 20%? 20%, no, I still got a little while. Okay. Yeah, this has gained a little bit of water. I'm glad of that. Hey, extra few feet's good. It all helps. So dry this year. The whole state here has been in a drought of some form or another this year. We are up to 50 likes, guys. That's awesome. Fish on. See what we got here. There we go. Aha, another pickerel. There we go. Another pickerel, guys. There we go. Nice. Yes, my biggest is 37 kilograms. Wow. That's crazy. That's awesome. Tight lines, man. How's it going? It's going unreal. It's been an excellent, excellent live. Ulysses, if you get a chance to rewatch this live, I recommend it highly. Caught a ton of fish on this live. Caught bass, caught pickerel, caught a bunch of fish today. Another fish right there. Oh, get in here. There's another one right there, guys. There has been no shortage of fish in my live today. The only time we had a little bit of a slack spell was when I went to the whopper plopper. Another pickerel right there. And I did catch a couple fish on the whopper plopper. Take care, Wayne. Take care, Chad. All right, Burks. Appreciate you tuning in. Hello, Chair. Welcome. I sure will on my free time. Crazy takedown right there. Appreciate that. Nice catch. Type species. What? It was a that was a pickerel. Chain pickerel. Yes, it's been a super live. Super live. Please, if you do get a chance to rewatch the live, feel free to share it. Hit that thumbs up. And hopefully you can watch it all the way through. Just to get those views, and that watch time would be awesome. I'd really appreciate that. Ooh, ooh, no one. Oh, did you guys see the size of that? I don't know if you could see it or not. That was a good size pickerel. Man, that was a nice fish. We're going to try for that one again. Oh my word, he was hiding right in front of us, guys. Right in front of us. We have a little tree there that I've been trying to watch out for when I come in here, like a little branch off a tree. We'll see if we can get him this time. Man, that was crazy. He was right in front of us. I've casted all those times and brought that in, and he was right in front of us the whole time. That was awesome. So neat. I fish mainly saltwater for season. Really miss throwing a floating rig or using bait to catch anything, from perch to bream, or even carp and trout. There you go. I haven't done much saltwater fishing this year to speak of. I tried for stripers for a little bit. Striped bass. And then I pretty much gave up on that and just went for regular bass and freshwater fishing, and just more action for me. Yes, the follow, lure, and lay out in front of your foot. Yes, I know it. I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow, right in front of me. Oh, we got another one, guys. That might be the one that was on there before that was in front of us. Yep, looks like the same fish that was in front of us. Another pickerel right there. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. There he is right there. Got us another pickerel. We'll get this back in the water. Nice little fish. Man, it has been phenomenal today. I can't say it enough. Just spectacular fishing. Boy, I hope the next spot's just as good. I am going to try to do a live if I have service again today, depending on where I go and what's going on. I may do another live. If you're not following my channel, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell and the word all. Hopefully you'll get my notifications when I go live. I am going to try to go live again today at some point. This morning, what time is it? Yeah, I'm going to try to go live again this morning. It'll take me a little bit to get to where I'm going to go, but I'm going to see if there's anyone there, how crowded it is and all that, and what it's like. But if I can, I'll do it live there. That's a decent one. It was. Many you caught today means another pickerel. Yeah, it's I've caught a lot. I don't know. I've lost. I wouldn't dare to say. I have several dozen fish, I would say. A few dozen anyway. A couple. I'd guess over 20 fish in a couple hours. Just a guess. Maybe someone can watch the live and count them up. I had several on today too that I'd lose just before they get to me. I'll move up just a little bit more and try to cast over in that little corner. See if we get any there. Any bass? Yes, I've caught several bass. Smallmouth and largemouth bass today. Caught several bass. And a fair amount of pickerel. What a terrific group of people in here. Appreciate you guys stopping by and checking this out. Again, feel free to watch the replay of this after it's done and up. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to share it with people and hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. But you will see plenty of fish caught in a couple hours. It's been one heck of a live here this morning. I'm going to do a couple more casts, guys, and that will finish me up for this live, but I'm going to try a couple more. I'd like to catch one more, but hey, I can't complain if I don't catch any more. The way the morning's been. What's the temperature? I know when I first came out, it was in the mid-40s, the air temperature. It was like 46 degrees when I started. It's warmed up since, obviously. I mean, it's a beautiful morning here. I have no idea. I don't dare say. Hold on just a second and I can maybe tell you. Let me turn my scale on here real quick. I think that is the air temperature rate on it. Let's see if I can see. Just a second. Ha! It says 73. I don't believe that, but maybe. Possible, but I don't think it's that warm yet. But it is warm. I don't believe it's 73 though. But it's been right next to my side too, so that could be why it's a little warmer. It's been laying right on my leg. But Wayne, this is it, even for us enjoying. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it, Paul. I really am. That's the thing, bringing people along for the journey and them having a good time too. It's well worth doing it. I mean, my channel would not have all the followers it's got without you guys, obviously. And I mean, to have the success that I've got here on YouTube and on all my social media, I thank everybody for that. It wasn't many years ago, I didn't have anything, no social media whatsoever. And in the last not too many years, I've started on a bunch of different platforms, and it seems to have taken off. So I thank everybody for all the interest they show in my content. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Take care. Until next live, I'm going to try to go live later today. right, guys, take care. We'll see you.